Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are back playing Honkai Star Rail. Last time we dove full into POV switching, whodunit, good old-fashioned murder mystery. We got like little bits and crumbs of information from Aventurine's point of view, from Welt's point of view with Acheron, from Himiko's point of view with us and March 7th, and now we are back at Aventurine's point of view again. So he has been tasked with finding out what happened to Robin, and it sounds like he might end up dying no matter what, but we'll see if he can figure out a way around that. So let's get to it. Alright, we have a little oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is he okay? So we have a bag of gems that we can use to negotiate with people to get some clues.
The world has truly lost its way.
What a thing to say to someone. Here, I have gems.
I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. Want to know what?
He's like, I've seen TikTok. I know what you're up to.
Never comes easy.
A great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death. Huh? Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Now, what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut, and then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
That sounds like our pal Firefly.
Is that all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos? Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
I'm supporting your dream of keeping the
You see,
dance alive in the
can't
cosmos.
bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering from poverty.
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Imagine being on vacation and some dude just walks up to you and is like,
Hey, here's the sapphire. Also, have you ever thought about dying?
it's very Barbie movie-esque.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up. It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma.
A sip of liquor, a blissful reprieve, to drown 1,000 sorrows. Let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet. Oh? You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place.
I know.
Or
You're
are
welcome.
you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Oh. Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soulglad.
Who?
The Devil of Soulglad? Care to elaborate?
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long
Is he
neck.
okay?
They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road. How funny.
Yeah. Very funny indeed. Thank you.
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
But, well, have I got news for you?
We'll have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest, I've never seen anyone who gives out money to others like you. So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale, handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his lead heart in the fire?
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter, maybe you've heard something about death?
Ah, another curious soul. I see. Well, that was actually the topic I was most into when I entered the industry. But my boss shut it down.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid. I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
These NPCs are not helpful.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. Is this a gift for me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Yes, it's for you.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you
Poor guy.
so much.
No, it's not much. I just want to ask you something.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither, actually.
Neither.
Now I do want to know, though, about his parents.
You've never heard about death in the dreamscape?
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire.
Devil of Soulglad, dangers in the dream, and nightmare ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this sweet dream granted by the family. Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues.
Seriously. Everyone just wants to gossip. No one wants to help.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
Oh no.
Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is
Ugh.
the smell of death sing, my fine fellow?
If it isn't the meanest girl we know.
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, It means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my efforts?
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen.
She's like, I do like chaos.
Back then, when you asked me to find a mute, did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though she is still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find her again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence. And that's enough for me.
Have you?
As for the answers to my questions, I'll find
I feel like we've learned nothing.
No, 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured destruction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea.
We're getting so
Start
many
from
gifts from our
scratch.
friends to help
That's
us.
where the IPC excels, right?
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work.
Thank goodness. Seems
By the
dangerous
way,
to carry
I
around.
have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
Interesting. He seems very confident. I don't know if he has any right to be.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm?
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, you and your good luck are my assets. Are we clear? Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves.
Wow, what a
Go!
terrible
Play
person.
a game with them. If you come out alive after 2 days, it proves that you're the real deal.
You're insane.
Did he brand him? Is that why that's glowing red?
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. Go along now and don't let your master down.
How much did you pay for me?
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not qualified to be at the table. You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with more chips for your master, or you never come back. It's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
He seems like he's had a absolutely terrible life for someone with such good luck.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval.
She's cool indeed.
Who's Serval? Will you, introduce me to her? What?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today. I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar, bring me any ingredients you fancy.
All right.
The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you. What you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Okay.
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads, Dream Syrup, thick. I don't see an expiration date, but the production date is half an amber era ago. Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's for sure.
Maybe it hasn't expired yet.
The syrup is turned clumpy.
Yo.
I definitely don't want to drink this, even if it's not expired.
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now.
That didn't sound
You
promising.
might have some.
Then we'll keep it for now. Can this be used for mixing drinks? Oh, and there's a note underneath. Exchange with your precious things. What should we exchange for it? And who should we give our stuff to?
Ooh, this is precious to me.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't just throw trash. No way. The words on the note are changing. Happiness is the dream of the humble. Does this mean we can take it? Hey.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan. Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos.
So enemies drop gold coins even in a dream?
That's a clever metaphor.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light
Oh my gosh.
into every corner of the dreamscape. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here
Oh my gosh.
and not go anywhere.
Is that a threat?
Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around the bar.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please stop it. I'll never leave until she accepts my proposal. I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers whatsoever.
Anger it is.
Those darn Iris jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here. Huh. I get it now. She's not leaving because she doesn't want to run into them again.
Sure.
I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor.
There you go. Yeah.
And write a letter to the Dream Master exposing the crimes committed by the Iris family. Siobhan will definitely appreciate
100%.
Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. Maybe I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me.
Great idea.
Here's the payment for the drinks. Please, pass it on to her.
Amiki has left?
Yep.
That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
Alright, let's go get a drink made.
You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, take your pick. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste. So, which one would you like to use as the base?
Let's see. I think the white grape soda.
The original formula is said to be Nunu's favorite drink. It's sour and bitter.
Oh.
And the bubbles burst in your throat like swallowing rusty
Sounds
chains,
terrible.
evoking
Awesome.
thoughts of dungeons and prisons. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. So, what's your choice for the adjunct?
Let's go with Bright Future.
Bright Future. A taste that's been a long time coming. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as Mikhail whisked me through the dreamscape wilderness. Those were haunting times. Too beautiful to be real.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Anything you need, I've got it.
Interesting. Coin-shaped
The
lemon
IPC's
slices.
favorite. Ambitious, aren't you? Well, it's done. Here's to you, the
Interesting
nameless,
looking
with
drink.
this glass of A Ticket to the Boneyard.
I don't like the name of that. That makes me worried.
To the dead and the dying.
Okay. Great.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors! They're way more sophisticated than Soul Glad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means.
The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like.
Interesting.
Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that Mikhail?
I heard this name in my dream.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar.
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case. And of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail. Alright, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh? Does that mean...
Death eradicated her?
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place.
Weird.
Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time. But the Hounds haven't been able to track him down. Now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony.
But what does this have to do with Mikhail?
You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
But we've met him! We had no idea!
Here we are, Clock Studios theme park. The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past.
Oh
You know
no,
that
that's so
Penacony
sad.
used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macrovoid. The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality.
Oh, creepy.
But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom.
Sounds very similar to Weldon Acheron's conversation that we saw last time.
He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs.
So the character Hanu is based on a real-life person?
History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. He's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond.
What a squad.
In the end, they emerged victorious. Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. The future of Asdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, but we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past. As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him.
Oh.
That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time.
Who could that person be?
Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Something just happened at the theme park. Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
It would seem
While
so.
Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker. Let's take a moment to think about the clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Galaxy Ranger and I agree that the family might be hiding something extremely important. We're headed to Dewlight Pavilion. She's on our side. Don't worry, please wait for a while. I'll keep you posted as soon as I find anything.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Oh boy. Alright, well, we will wrap up there for today. So apparently Mikhail was once the Watchmaker, and him and the family, or the current Watchmaker and the family, are fighting. The girlies are fighting, but we'll have to find out more about why. There's a traitor involved. Someone in the family is likely the traitor, but I still feel like we really don't know all that much. I hope we get some more clarity soon. Next time we will head into the Dewlight Pavilion with Welt and Acheron and see what happens, and hopefully meet back up with the rest of the Trailblaze team. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you had fun today, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody!